Welcome to the Connor Center. I know the path that brought us here today was one we haven't traveled before. The path that America, that the world has been on since COVID. But even though some things have changed, there are some things that never will. Dodge has always been devoted to distancing itself from the pack, from the mundane, and from the competition. In fact, just last week, the industry benchmark for quality, the J.D. Power Initial Quality Study, was released. And what did the world learn? Dodge is unsurpassed, #1 in initial quality. And we became the first domestic brand in the study's history to be ranked highest. Clearly, Dodge is a brand built to make history. We thrive on bucking convention. Take today, for example. For most, July 4th marks America's Independence Day. But no different than those on our fan pages debating what it takes to run a 965, scores of academic types are adamant that the Declaration of Independence was actually signed on July 2nd, 1776. So what could be more Dodge than launching 8,950 horsepower worth of fireworks on an Independence Day that beat July 4th by 2 full days? After all, the Dodge Brothers Company was born when 2 brothers declared their independence from Henry Ford. So it just feels right to be launching these new Dodges today, because each and every Dodge was designed to deliver something decidedly unique to America, to customers who know what it means to be in the brotherhood of muscle. This is a brand that's always been all about bringing people together of all backgrounds, all races, all genders, with one of the most diverse customer bases in the industry. Members of the Brotherhood have been brought together by a singular passion, their absolute love of muscle cars. Take Challenger. It doesn't matter if you're a fan of the blue team, the yellow team, or the Dodge red team. No one would dispute 50 years ago or today that the Challenger is one of the most iconic muscle cars ever produced. You've got something that makes a statement loud and clear at each and every trim level. Whether you're spending $35,000 or $85,000, they all have the same silhouette, attitude, and DNA. And that's key to our brand mission to unite all Dodge enthusiasts. We do this not by upcharging for trinkets. This trim walk isn't defined by finishes and graphics. No, Dodges are defined by hardware, by horsepower, by performance. It's purely a question of how much power you want. That's it. And we have something for just about everyone. Shouldn't everything in life be this straightforward? Live in the Midwest or the Rockies, Challenger is the industry's only all-wheel drive muscle car. Is low-end torque and the sound of a V8 something you dream about? The legendary Hemi RT is for you. You want the best bang for the buck? Hands down, the Scat Pack is your ticket. And then there are the Hellcats and the Red Eyes. These are for the really rare few, the crazies that believe enough is never enough. But there's more to these cars than just their performance. They come with an unspoken responsibility, because when these Challengers leave the line, they're pulling more than G's. They're pulling the rest of the brand with them. And obviously, that's by design. You see, we've been growing this brand by enabling our buyers to grow within it, to grow with us. And sometimes, unfortunately, that even means leaving the Challenger coupe behind. And that's okay, because we know there comes a time when pre-staging takes a back seat to life stages. And when that time comes, we want you to know that we've got the industry's only 4-door muscle car waiting for you. The magic of Charger is that it delivers all the magic of a true American muscle car, while being able to deliver a family of 4 or 5 day in and day out. And just like Challenger, the beauty of Charger is that our buyers can decide how much Charger they want. From a 30-mile-per-gallon muscle car that will never get lost in a sea of boring sedans, all the way through the same performance walk as the coupe, the Hemi RT to the Scat Pack to the Hellcat. The only thing that we've held back from Charger was the red eye. Of course, we know that as our life stages change and our plates become even more full, we need to provide different degrees of capabilities to our customers. Sure, they love their Challengers and their Chargers, but now they may also want to pull their boat or handle soccer practice pickup for the entire neighborhood. That's where the Durango comes in. And we know that Durango drivers still care about driving excitement. In fact, they're 4 times more likely to purchase based on performance than any other shoppers in the category. Why is that? Well, it's because they're 3 times more likely to also have a muscle car in their garage. But that's not all they have. They have toys. They have boats and jet skis and quads and side-by-sides. And while the red eye may have the torque of a diesel, it's not the ideal tow vehicle. So for them, we have the Durango, the world's only 3-row muscle car. And now, for the 21 model year, we're raising the bar again with this. This is the 2021 Dodge Durango. It's amazing what you can cook when you stick to the recipe. And that was our mission. We stayed true to what our customers told us they loved about their Durango's exterior appearance and attitude by evolving the exterior with a new, more aggressive front fascia, new LED projector headlamps, and a new, more aggressive spoiler that significantly increases downforce. And that's not something you generally hear about at an SUV reveal. But with our new engine lineup, it was necessary. It was the interior where we decided to push even further and more closely align the design to the performance characteristics of the overall package. After all, if our customers are going to refer to the Durango as their 3-row muscle car, shouldn't we give it an interior that reflects that image and attitude? The new driver-oriented cockpit is asymmetric. It's literally leaning in towards the driver with a 7-inch TFT cluster straight from SRT. And with our new Uconnect 5 system, you have a floating 10.1-inch screen. It's totally configurable homepage with TomTom navigation, seamlessly updating maps, Uconnect Market that lets you do everything from order a pizza to find a parking spot. And with Alexa in-home, you can start your car, unlock it, and even check your fuel level. Add that to the new wireless phone charging pad, and you've got the pinnacle of seamless in-vehicle tech. What Uconnect 5 has done is take everything that made our Uconnect system stand head and shoulders above the complicated competition and enhance it with even more functionality and even easier integration with the ability to pair 2 phones simultaneously, giving it even more horsepower. There is a ton of new tech and toys packed into the 21 Durango's interior. But I said earlier that the Durango buyers also have a lot of toys that they want to bring along with them. So while it's not as immediately noticeable as the cockpit or the big screen, we spent a lot of time under the skin making sure that this 3-row muscle car didn't just talk the tech, but it could also tow the toys. And that's why at every trim level, Durango delivers best-in-class towing. That's a claim that's completely meaningless to a lot of UV buyers. but to the Brotherhood, it means the world. So for them, we took an already great RT and developed a new tow and go package that delivers a top speed improvement from 118 to 145 miles per hour. And it takes the towing from an already impressive 7,200 pounds to a best-in-class 8,700 pounds. And we did this by bundling 6-piston Brembo brakes, Bilstein adaptive dampening suspension, an electronic limited slip rear axle, multiple drive modes, integrated trailer brake controller, along with 295 all-season Pirellis, and a high-performance exhaust system that sounds like this. The package is proof that our engineers have thought of everything for buyers who want to be able to do just about anything. After all, Dodge is a brand that's about more than just getting there. It's built on something bigger than steel and rubber and glass, something that burns hotter than even the highest octane fuel pumped through massive Hemis. For over 100 years, this brand's been selling something bigger than transportation. It's been delivering freedom to the boulevards, the streets, and the wide open highways of America. Of this place we call home. Here's to life, liberty, and the pursuit of horsepower. Here's to a brand that's never been one to sit back, that's been fueled for over a century by a passion to perform, to write its anthem in burnt rubber across the tarmac of America. Bigger, bolder, faster, and absolutely amplified. Like this from our friend, Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Who are we kidding? We all knew somehow, some way, we needed to do this. It was just a matter of time before we would catch the lawyers and the bean counters at a weak moment and they'd let us put the Hellcat in the Durango. And you may think that you know everything about this powertrain, but rest assured, our vision was clear. Our goal was to deliver a Dodge a big, bold, and aggressive 3-row supercharged Hemi muscle car. So we made sure it feels and sounds different than anything that came before it. It spins higher for more horsepower. It has a new X-pipe with 4-inch outlets that makes it sound like a muscle car. We've tuned the transmission to shift harder and rev match like a muscle car. And the suspension has been completely retuned to take advantage of Durango's perfect 50-50 weight distribution. And with a tow rating of 8,700 pounds, 710 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, and a quarter-mile time of 11.5 seconds, the 21 Durango is not just the most powerful SUV in the world, it can tow more and carry more and run a faster quarter-mile time than any other SUV in the world. But you knew there was going to be a catch. Yes, the Durango now has the soul of a Hellcat, but it's only on loan. The Hellcat Durango will be a single model year run. When we turn the order books over to the 22 model year, the Durango Hellcat will be gone. So you've only got one shot. And just like transplanting the soul of a Hellcat into the Durango, the Challenger Red-Eye has the soul of a demon. And I know I swore to you that we'd never build another demon. But there's been one thing that's been bothering us since we launched the Red-Eye. That extra 100 horsepower shreds the 305 Pirellis. And remember, I said every Hellcat and Red-Eye comes with an unspoken commitment to uphold the brand. Well, we need to give you a little help on this one. Because as cool as burnouts at 50 miles per hour are, spinning isn't winning. So here's something to help you hook. This is the 21 Challenger Superstock. We went back to the Demon toolbox to find some more traction. This new package gives you standard 309 gears, lightweight 4-piston Brembos, 18 by 11-inch wheels, and 315 Nitto drag radials at all 4 corners. The change in suspension, brakes, and the wheel and tire combo required the team to go back in and recalibrate the car. So while they were in there, they added some RPM and tweaked the map a little bit to get another 10 horsepower. The Challenger Superstock puts out 807 horsepower on pump gas. And while these may seem like small changes, ask anyone that has ever driven a street car on low-profile performance tires and then on drag radials with increased sidewalls, and they will tell you it is a game changer. The Superstock package allows the Red-Eye to launch so much harder that it picked up 3 car lengths in the quarter mile. The Superstock runs 1050s in bone stock trim. And since we don't build the Demon anymore, the Challenger Superstock is now the quickest and most powerful muscle car in the world. This is the pursuit of happiness for a Dodge enthusiast. And let's face it, that's what flying the Dodge flag is all about. We told you a while back that we're going to distill the brand down to the highest level of performance. And for 2021, it marks the year that we've done just that. 3 vehicles that address the varying life stages of our consumers. 3 vehicles that can go from cool to crazy with just a check on an order box. 3 vehicles that have what it takes to move Dodge from a transportation provider to a lifestyle. And we did it by staying in our lane and widening the lane one wide body at a time. We did it by pushing some boundaries, pushing some red lines, and looking at the market through red eyes like this. When you have purity of purpose, the solutions are obvious. But this wasn't an obvious response, because the new world doesn't really want a nearly 800 horsepower, 200 mile per hour family-capable sedan, does it? Well, apparently the Brotherhood doesn't like to be told when enough is enough. And because at Dodge, we deliver power that's always unbridled, but never unhinged. This is a big, comfortable 5-passenger sedan that can run the quarter mile in mid-10s, do 0 to 60 in mid-3s, and hit a top speed of 203 miles per hour, and still be your daily driver. That's the formula behind our fireworks. The fireworks like this. This is what you can do when you set out to do one thing incredibly well. Think about it. Dodge now offers not one, not two, but 3 700-plus horsepower muscle cars. This is the golden age of muscle. And this weekend, we at Dodge hope you all carefully and safely celebrate freedom, brotherhood, and the pursuit of horsepower. Thank you.